Hello and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Corey. Today I'm going to show you a ton of before and after pictures of our home that we just recently sold. We renovated this house completely and we had a lot of help from friends and we did hire out a little bit of it, but for the most part it was all DIY. On the inside of the house, there were tons of original features. The house was built in the 70s and it had sparkly popcorn ceilings. It had a lot of different types of floor coverings. It had a weird Jack and Jill between one bedroom and the master bedroom. And the countertops were yellow and cultured marble. The appliances were yellow. The layout was a little bit funky, and you will see that we made a lot of changes to this house. The first main change was that we turned our formal living room into a bedroom, which is what you're looking at right now. This was our fifth bedroom because we have a lot of kids. We needed a fifth bedroom. So this archway that originally went into the formal dining room was closed up and we put in our daughter's closets here and made that into the fifth bedroom. In the main living space, it was already an open concept, but the kitchen was very small and put off to the side in the corner there. The fireplace was very outdated looking, and the ceiling was so low in that room that I could reach up and touch it, and I'm only 5'4". So we did some layout changes here. We doubled the size of the kitchen, and we made the room just feel way more open and inviting. Looking from the kitchen towards the dining room, you can see that it's a little bit different. That open archway that you saw earlier is not there anymore. That is again this wall that we closed off to turn that front living room into a fifth bedroom. We also turned this window into French doors, which you can see here on the right. So here's that room with that wall closed off as a formal dining room. Originally, the sunroom had floor tiles in it and they were all popping up and very uneven, and the room needed to be painted and just given a little bit more character. So we just did new floors in there and added some new paint and restained the doors and put in a new light. The next room I'm going to show you is our master bedroom. You guys have seen me work on this bedroom before when I did a peel and stick shiplap wall in here, but we've actually done a whole lot more work to this room than I've recorded. My husband and I built that faux fireplace there with the TV mounted in there, and we also repainted this room before we listed the house for sale. The color that we chose was called Classic, and it's by a company called Claire Paint. They actually sent me some paint to try out, and I'm really excited to share their brand with you guys. They did not pay to sponsor this video, but I want to tell you about them because their paints are zero VOC. So zero VOC's paints are really expensive, and theirs is actually really affordable. And so I do plan on using their paints in my future house because I really did enjoy their product. It didn't have a smell to it, and their colors that they have are really on point. Anyway, the closet in here used to have a vanity in it, as you just saw, and we took that vanity out, made it more of an open closet, and then this is that weird Jack and Jill between the master and that other bedroom. So we hired somebody to take out this weird pocket door that it had and open up the sink to the toilet and shower. And you can see the shower tiles in the mirror there if you look closely, but we did completely redo everything in this bathroom. The bedrooms just needed a little bit of a facelift, most of them. Like this one was just really dirty, needed paint. We ended up putting in wood ceilings, new carpet, paint, new closet doors. This bedroom, we had to remove all that wood off of the walls, and then I did a different wood treatment on the wall for that. The kids' bathroom was probably the worst part of the house as far as how it looked originally, and all I did was paint that same cabinetry and have somebody install a white quartz countertop, and then I just put some lumber as a frame around the mirror, and then we retiled and put new toilet, new tub, shower, all that stuff too. We hired somebody to do that part. Although my husband and I did tile the floor in this room ourselves, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. The laundry room before was just really boring. The handle it had on the door didn't even have a lock for the door to go outside. So we bought a new door, did new floors, we put in cabinets, and my favorite part of the whole house is in here, which is this historic built-in. And I did not film us putting this in here, but we did pick it up for free and retrofit it into our laundry room there. The backyard is probably where we spent the most money in our renovation because we did put down a boatload of turf, and we also had to rent a backhoe, and my husband pulled out a ton of foliage that was just taking up all the square footage of our yard. And you'll see, look at all the trees on the left here, and then how it looks without all of those trees. It probably added a good 10-12 feet to our backyard once he removed all of that foliage. It was mostly oleanders, which oleanders are poisonous to humans and dogs, and I found out that it was poisonous to humans when we were removing it because I was getting rashes all over my body from touching the trimmings. So that stuff is really toxic, and I'm glad that we got rid of it. We put in a nice fruit orchard here as well, and then on this whole entire side of the house we put in our little dog run area, as well as like a little farm, I guess you could call it. I called it our farm. And we had a big chicken coop over there that we called the Cluckingham Palace, which you can see right here. And then we had a bunch of raised beds that I made out of mostly reclaimed 2x4s way before all this inflation happened and people were throwing away lumber. But this is the last of the tour of our old house, and now I'm going to take you along with us as we go house hunting in Houston, Texas. This is the neighborhood that we were originally looking in, and obviously we can't afford these huge mansions that were in that area, but I really wanted to show you guys just how beautiful some of these houses were. Our minds were blown that these houses even existed in neighborhoods like the ones we were looking at, and I thought you guys might think they were beautiful as well. But I'm going to show you 3 houses that we toured, and I did not end up buying any of these 3. And the one that I did buy, I'm waiting to show you guys until we actually move over there. So I will do a home tour of the house that we did buy once we're actually moved over there, which is going to be in July. But I thought that you would like to come along with us as we did the house hunting, and then I'll also take you along with us to our trip to Galveston at the end of the video. If you guys have never been to Galveston, Texas, it's an island off the coast of Texas, and it's got a million historic buildings over there. There was a TV show, I believe, on HDTV or DIY Network called Restoring Galveston, and they have been restoring historic homes over there, and it's so much more beautiful in person than what you notice on the TV show. So stay tuned to that part at the end of this video, but I'll let you guys enjoy these house tours with some nice relaxing music. Some of those houses were pretty interesting, weren't they? They had a ton of character. It needed a little bit of work here and there, updating, but the bones were great. It was hard to not choose those ones, and you'll see when I show you the house that we did choose why we didn't choose any of those and went with the one that we did. But here we are, we're heading to Galveston. Sorry that this is a vertical video instead of horizontal, but I was just in such a hurry to get to the beach. The kids were having a blast. It was hard keeping up with them in the first place. And we spent a good half a day out here until it got a little bit too hot. And I can't wait to live this close to such a beautiful beach. The sand on this beach is the softest sand I have ever felt, and I've been to a ton of beaches in my life. If you ever get the chance to visit Galveston, I would highly recommend it. My husband and I are very excited to take you guys along with us as we are moving across the country from Arizona all the way to East Texas. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!